Hello, this is the quotation mark lesson. All right, so we've worked a lot with quotations already because we've done a lot of quotes in things like the newspaper. In fact, a lot of them, and in our fiction. So I think people should remember a lot of stuff about quotes. The main thing to remember is that every quote has some kind of punctuation within the quote, like a period, comma, question mark, exclamation mark, and every quote has every quote begins with a capital letter. Okay, what does that mean? Well, let's look at some examples. If you see a sentence that looks like this, Jackson said, "I love juice." That's a direct quote. He said that exactly one time to me. I don't remember when exactly, but he said, he didn't really say that. Jackson said, "I love juice." If he did, though, where would the punctuation go? Well, first of all, we got to put quotation marks. What did he say? He said, "I love juice." That's the quote. I love juice. So now we know what he said. Jackson said, in quote, "I love juice." Quote. Notice how a quotation mark goes before and after exactly what he said. That's what he said. That reader knows, oh, now I know what he said. He said, "I love juice." He didn't say, Jackson said. That's the author telling me what he said. But if you introduce the quote like this, you always have a comma. It always says, Jackson said, comma, "I love juice." Okay, notice, Jackson said, comma, there's the quote that starts, and notice how it has a capital letter. I mean, you always capitalize I anyway, so that's an easy one. Quotes start with the capital letter. I love juice. And then notice how there's a exclamation mark within the quote. Let's try another one. Olive said, "There is no Santa Claus." That's not true, Olive. Why'd you say that? Olive said there's no Santa Claus. Olive said, comma, comma goes before the quote. Where's the quote? What did she say? Oh, she said there is no Santa Claus. So I've got to have quotes around that. Olive said, "There is no Santa Claus." Notice how we have a comma, quote, start the quote with a capital. Within the quote is punctuation. In this case, it's a period, quotation mark. Next example. Where are, it's hard to read that backwards. "Where are you guys going?" James asked. That's why I couldn't read it. It didn't make sense. "Where are you guys going?" James asked. Well, what did he say? He said, "Where are you guys going?" So we got to have quotes around that. Ooh, we already have a capital. We don't have to worry about that. We have quotes, a capital, but no punctuation. "Where are you guys going?" James asked. Does that sound like a question, exclamation? There's just like a statement. It's a question. Where? Where are you guys going? So what do we put in there? Question mark. Where does it go? It goes inside the quote. "Where are you guys going?" Question mark. James asked. There's always something in the quote. There's always some kind of punctuation. It might be a comma. If it's a period at the end, it's always a comma. That's the hard one. In this case, it's a question mark, so question mark. Oh, this one might have that comma I was talking about. "There is never enough time," sighed Haley. Well, what did she say? She said there's never enough time, so let's put quotes around that. There's never enough time. Did she say it like this? There's never enough time! No, so no exclamation mark. Is the question? No. It's a statement. This is the hard part. If the statement is like this, there's never enough time, sighed Sahaley. The period goes at the end of the sentence because that's the end of the sentence. But what about inside the quote? Do you put another period? No, you don't. You could put a question mark or an exclamation mark, but in this case, because it's just a statement, you never see double periods. That'd be too weird. You see comma period, like peanut butter and jelly. They always go together. Comma period, peanut butter and jelly, comma period. There's never enough time, sighed Sahaley. Notice we have quotes, what she said. We have inside the quote, starting with the capital. We end with punctuation, comma. Sighed Sahaley, period at the end. Always punctuation inside the quote, always a capital letter inside the quote. Last one. Let's go do some sick tricks on our skateboards, yelled Vince. Whoa, I'd like to see that. But what did he yell? He yelled, let's go do some sick tricks on our skateboards, yelled Vince. Yell? That doesn't sound like a statement or a question. Sounds like something you might yell with an exclamation mark. Let's go do some sick tricks on our skateboards. Notice we have quotes around what the guy said. Vince. We start with capital, have punctuation inside the quote, yell Vince, period. We don't say yell Vince, we say yell Vince, period. Please, after you watch this video, do the Google Doc where you got to do some of this punctuation yourself, and this will help you on your grandparent interview.